What's going on? Move the mouse back in City Skylines, the town of Plainville. Let's play season 11, episode number 2, and technically take number 2. Nothing went wrong with my recording of episode 2 the first time, but since I had to scrap the first episode and rebuild it, well, I'm recording episode 2 for a second time, technically. In the last episode, we got started with our first couple milestones, and today I wanted to dive in to do a little bit of agriculture zoning, also farm zoning, depending on what menu in the game you're looking at. If you look at what you unlocked the agriculture specialization. When we go over to districts and paint a district, which we will do right now, we may as well call anything over here remotely close to the farm. We'll do that. Come on. I still haven't hooked up a mouse. Name of the channel is Move the Mouse, and I haven't hooked up a mouse to the city's console version. Okay. So we got a zone. Now we got to specialize it. What do we specialize it with? Farming industry. That looks an awful lot like the agriculture zoning that I just unlocked, but that's okay. What does this do though? Considerably increased water consumption. So keep that in mind. Slightly increased tax income, and it requires fertile land, which we have here. That's the yellowish that we see. The slightly different colored grass means it's better for farming. Be careful. Could also mean if it's a little browner, it could also mean that it's oil. So we've defined that, but hey, we don't even have any roads over there yet. So we've got a bit of money in the bank. Let's do this. We'll come off, I don't know. Ooh, does that line up? So let's come out past it. What is this street? This is kind of like that dead end street, but can we? It's not going to let me do that straight, right? Okay, we'll do this. That's fine. Okay, so for our farmland, I think it's okay to kind of hook through here a bit. We'll kind of come through the middle of the zone, like so. And then maybe we could have some gridded farms that come off the center street a bit. So we'll come out, what, 15 units? So we've got a little bit of dead zone, but then we'll really pack the farms kind of in on these couple streets here. We'll do this for now. Nothing too fancy. Just, you know, just the base game, right? We can clean up and make things look a little better later. I'm more worried about getting progress and trying all the different mechanics. You know, we could even look at setting a forest area up. Wouldn't be that out of place over here. We wouldn't have to plant too many extra trees. So let's do that. Let's do that too. And we'll start to meet our industry demand over here in these two spots. So let's do a road that kind of runs parallel with the highway for a while, right through the thick of that. And again, we could do the same thing here. Let's come out 10 units and we'll have a really dense kind of forestry pocket. Space already occupied? What? Did I not click on the center node? I was coming over from the far node. And then which road do we want to connect? I think we want to... Money's okay, so let's... No, I thought I went freeform. Did I? Yeah, I did. I did now. We'll come out to here. Let's look at our slope. Did I want to come down this way? Was this smoother? And we can certainly smooth it out more later. Let's see. We kind of want this to loop around kind of over this way, right? $8,000 bucks. Do we just do it? That kind of goes through that clearing nicely. I kind of like how that cuts minimal trees down. Let's do that, and then we'll connect this. So we connect this straight. Now we'll curve this or freeform this also. Kind of that rolling road up into the forestry area. So back to our districts. Make sure anything that is near that road that will be zoned is covered. And then over here, instead of farming, we're doing forestry. So increased electricity consumption, increased tax income, and it requires forest. Nice thing about that is once we unlock the landscaping tool, you can just plant more trees to make it a denser, more productive area. I didn't stamp that specialization down, did I? Okay, there we go. So we'll do that. We'll go over to our zoning and stamp out some more industry over here. And then we've got to, I was going to say, we've got to pause and we've got to provide water and electricity to these zones. This is also asking a lot of people to go all the way out there for work. So that will be one of our first focuses when it comes to some bus lines, some metro once we unlock it, get people over there moving around the city. So electricity wise, I was thinking, would be kind of cool. And I think it's productive, right? There's a little pocket over here. We can get some windmills going, but we can't provide this as the only power to this zone, because if we turn down our electricity budget, space area occupied. What am I hitting? The highway? There was a spot where it was going to let me right there. Let's do that. And we'll come into the edge of the zone. If we turn the electricity budget down and we have this kind of over here on its own isolated wind farm, well, that gets turned down also. So you only get 50%. So you still got to kind of connect things together if you're not cheating. So let's do this. We'll just connect this zone. And you know what? Let's just go to 100% power and we'll leave this for now. That's areas. We want budget. So we'll do that. Let's crank up the water too. I don't even want to mess around with this. Just do it. And then we'll play 3 times speed and we'll look at our water coverage. We'll do that just to cover. I think that's okay. Does it matter? Those back zones are technically watered, right? And then for the sake of, in case we zone over here, let's follow the road. Make sure that's all covered. Like that. And it shouldn't be an issue with anything we're doing, but if we want a little redundancy, you can always hook up an extra pipe there so your grid doesn't fail if one little pipe breaks. Okay, we're at our next milestone. Nice, but let's double check that we covered everything from the last one first. So we bought a new area. We did a district or 2 to do forestry and agriculture or farming. We added police and fire. We're definitely gonna need to add more of those as we get so spread out so fast. This is a sprawling space already. We took out our second loan and service policies. Yeah, we did all that. Okay, great. So now we have access to landscaping, event policies. Leisure is actually part of After Dark, but that's part of the base game now, I believe. Unique buildings, football, some new policies, canals, keys. Talked about this, I think, last season, but key, K, quay, all acceptable. However you say it, it is fine. As long as it's one of those 3, unless if it's a different way, it's wrong. But pick one of those 3. High schools. Let's definitely get that in before I forget. And then we've got some parks and plazas and other things we can do to decorate areas and improve land value. So right over to education. Let's double check our elementary. We're already running tight on elementary. So let's get another one if it'll fit right here. That would be cool. That works. And then would a high school fit right across the street? That is awesome. I like it. That works. These are fix-it-laters. We can make little plazas and stuff for them, but I don't have a lot of ways to trick out and make money like parks and industries. So I'm gonna play it safe and just drop some stuff in, manage the city. What do you want for Plainville? You were expecting something grand and amazing. We're talking about the game and the mechanics here. You want beautiful? Go turn on the cheats. Play on PC. All right. I suspect we won't get anything out here for a while. I don't know what it is, like, until this zoning over here gets completely maxed. I see that the forestry usually is pretty slow, especially if it's so far out on the edge of town like that. We've got a ton of residential demand. So let's figure out our next maybe 2 blocks of neighborhood here. This should line up. So, right, that's there. Why was this crooked? Why did I do crooked here? Was I being cute with something? Move a couple people out. Let's do that. And let's come out one more here. So we'll do this. And I kind of got an idea. We got to go look at the landscaping tool, though. We don't have a ton of money, unfortunately. But you see, we're already coming up on this road over here. So how does this road connect into the greater scheme of things? Well, I think it's going to collect and feed traffic from over here, from the highway. And then, are we going to have traffic to the south? Not a lot, but we're going to have north, west, and east traffic. So I think we need to figure out kind of where our roundabout's going to be and flatten a little bit of an area for that. So let's break out our landscaping tool. We'll do the level tool, and let's look at a spot where we don't have to move too much soil around. So I think around here is pretty good. Right, so if we grab that height and increase the strength, you know, we're not spending a ton of money. We'll try and keep it under, say, 2,000, but we're going to make a nice flat spot here, right? And actually, that's plenty good. What we could do with that remaining money and soil is, if we want to smooth things out a bit, let's select this is our height. And from that big flat spot, let's change that slope, right? So that it's a much more natural progression coming up there. And then let's jump into roads, and let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Have we unlocked highway yet? We have. So why don't we just do a highway one here? We'll do curved. You know what? No. We'll do roads because they're easier to manage, and then we'll upgrade to highway. What? Why did that just appear all of a sudden like that in my peripheral? Somebody else saw that too. It's not just me being crazy. So curved will come out. So this is 10. It might get a little wonky, but I don't think it needs to be that large. We'll do 8. Right? So that should be 9. That should be 8. A tick away from the outside. And then, just because it can get a little crazy, let's come back in with the gravel roads, straight tool, and just brace this. So that it will hopefully maintain its shape, and if it doesn't, we can just fix one leg of it. This has to go. Would have been ideal, I guess, if I built it into the middle of the structure, but I'm sure this isn't bad luck, don't worry. I say as I pan out to check for fires. Okay, so let's look at this from the overhead, right? So you've got all the traffic that kind of comes in here. A little industrial pocket close to the highway. All this traffic feeds down here. We can have some more maybe residential zoning tucked in over this way. You've got the industrial traffic kind of feed down here. And that can all kind of collect here in this roundabout. Same thing over this side, coming from the highway, and the trains over there. So we get cargo and passenger lines coming in that way and feeding more traffic into the city. So I think this is going to be all simple 2-lane for now. We might upgrade later, but that should be fine. So we'll do that just to hook it in. And I know this is not ideal, having a 90-degree turn like that. And 2 ways on your roundabouts, but don't worry about that. We'll fix that in a moment. We were going to upgrade the road anyways, but we want to kind of bring this one down. Let's see. trying to get to. So we'll do something like that for now. And then we'll worry about kind of where this hooks in later on. We could probably even leave that brace there for the time being. Let's do this. Assuming it lets us, we'll upgrade. We'll change over to highways. Wait, have we not unlocked highways? Did I look at 6-lane roads? I was going to upgrade to a 6-lane road, wasn't I? 6-lane one-way. Okay, well, we don't need to worry about that yet. Let's, I guess, make that one-ways. I don't suspect that's going to be a problem, but... Okay, lots of room. Gotta actually move people in, though. So let's do all that. Let's break out our selection tools so that we can come down to here, maybe? Yeah, that works. And double check our water coverage, of course. That's usually what we need to extend. We'll come all the way down to that street. Just in case. And then if we connect through here, does that... I think that gives us an overlap. I don't think people are going to complain like that if part of the square is wet and part of it isn't. I think that's fine. Already got some abandoned an abandoned farm. That's too bad. And nothing happening in Wood Heights yet. But we're just meeting our residential demand. So as that creeps back up, people look for work, more companies will move in. Elementaries are good. We just need people to go to school. High school as well. Pretty good. We'll end up putting another one down here in this neighborhood somewhere, along with another elementary before we know it. Commercial. Let's do, where is the large brush works? Ugh. I'm trying not to get right there. Okay. Okay, did we milestone again and I forgot? Landscaping event policies. We're not going to do... Should we just do a leisure just because we really want to explore everything? $33,000. We'll start. So these are the medium roads. We'll do a very small section to start because this is expensive. It's a tenth of our treasury right there. And we'll clean up the entrance and exit down the road, as it were. Oy, unsubscribe. Water. Man, do we need a new power plant already? Okay. So let's take a quick look. Economy, budget, electricity and water all the way up. Why is... Oh, did I not connect that pipe? I don't think I connected that pipe. Right? Is that what it was? That's what it was. Okay, electricity, though, we're almost out of. And we have enough money to add a second power plant, so let's do it. Okay, power plant number 2 is in. They won't complain about power for a bit. But they only provide so much, so it's a diminishing return, basically. We'll have to add them more and more frequently as the city grows exponentially. I mean, I guess that describes exponentially, so that was just a redundant point, mouse. But Buildings are leveling up. That's good. That means we've got good service coverage, or at least decent enough to get them up to the next level. If we come down here, we'll do a section. Let's do this. Large. Is this snapping? See, that just snaps right to the road. That's fine. That's our leisure district, right? Wait, did I not unlock that yet? We did unlock leisure. New services, leisure. Oh, it's not the zoning, it's this stuff. It's the parks. I think, right? Whatever. Okay. Well, when we can zone this differently, we will. Right? Because that was after dark, and that's part of the game, isn't it? That's the commercial specializations we haven't unlocked yet. Right? That's that third tab. Because that's industrial. There's no residential in the game, but there is commercial specializations. I think. I can't switch over to that tab to see when I unlock it. Is it here? Tourism specialization. Okay, and then this is when we get leisure specialization. Okay, so we'll do something different on this little Main Street area, or at least a little section of it. I think here is where we can come in and start building kind of a neighborhood that's parallel to this one, to this street. So we'll come in, let's come in 12 for a little bit of buffer. Come all the way down there. What's a good cross street to get connected? So, no, there we go. Fire numero uno, as far as I know. We'll pause. We'll leave it on pause. Go check that out in person. Let's carry the traffic right down here. Let's do this different. Right, this is a pretty main avenue because of this connection right here. Do something like that. All right, there we go. That's going to give us a ton more room for zoning. And I mean, we've got all that demand, so let's do that. Let's do that. And let's see if we can get in there and clean that up a little bit. Oh, I got one little square that I didn't mean to get. Okay, so over here, there was definitely something I wanted to clear out. A couple things maybe that I wanted to clear out. That and that. That's okay. So commercial demand. I guess we could have commercial down this strip. Okay, let's make sure we've got water over here. Don't want anyone complaining. Okay, so now that we've got all out of the way, let's double check our last milestone. Did a little bit of landscaping. We may as well drop in a park just so that we can say we touched leisure. No canals yet. We'll get there. High school, most important. Drop in a park, and then let's catch up on this fire here. Good spot for a park where you want to increase land value. And you want to do it in the center of a zone, right? Because you don't want to like put it off to the side and like over here, and then not affect all this area, right? Where can we kind of cram it in where it's benefiting the most people? Well, we've got this little spot actually right over here, which would be kind of cool because it does cover a lot, but we're wasting a lot down that way. So where can we get the best coverage for like a giant park object like this? Can we even get this in here without redoing our road? No, we cannot. So that's too bad. Is that worth it? I don't know. So let's look at a smaller object that will fit. Because that's got pretty much the same area of effect, right? Without us needing to worry too much about moving out an entire neighborhood. I mean, that's going to knock out 3 buildings right there. One of them being a very small residential building that I'm 100% okay with. So let's drop that in. Let's pause. No, I didn't mean to unpause. One thing that's cinematic camera. I didn't want that. Walk. One thing that's nice, this is part of the base game. This is not DLC specific. You can jump right in on console. Well, Xbox and PS4. Walk around as a person. D-pad to switch around. I shouldn't just say person. You got some animals and stuff there. This Department of Corrections uniform. Not at all suspicious here. Ooh. We'll bask in the glow and the heat of oh, come on. I didn't mean to do that. Wow, that one. Okay. Anyways. I did it again. Cinematic. I'm trying to play it and I keep hitting the wrong button, so should be fine. I think am I lit up by the... Oh, wow, they were quick. Okay, never mind. That was very uneventful. Small little house fire, no big deal. We're good. Everything's good here. Cinematic camera for our outro. I guess before that, right? Next episode, we covered all these things. And we didn't cover them all, but we covered all the ones that we want. We put a park in. We'll have to look at decorating some more. And yeah, just doing it smarter. That was not the best way to do it. Next episode, we got 120 people. That's nothing. We'll unlock a new area. Bus and taxi. That's going to be good. Recycling and recreational use. Yes and yes. And some highway options. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. And then we got to start thinking about life and death. Child health care, elder care, cemeteries. The first two there, cemeteries are part of the base game. The child health care and elder care were added pretty recently as part of the Sunset Harbor free update. So every DLC comes with some update features, kind of change some game mechanics and add some stuff in, even if you don't get the DLC. And that was one of those most recent ones. But we'll dive into all that on the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, likes, comments, shares, they all help. They are all appreciated. If you're new, subscribe for more. Consider hitting the bell to get updates in this and other series. If you'd like to support the channel, links to that and lots of other stuff in the description down below. But until the next one, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.